So we have a guest here. Some of you may recognize.
Hi,
Pastor Joe Fox.
I am here and happy to be here.
You know, I think you could have like apprentices come out here and pay you to come out here and then move this stuff for you.
You could. I was trying to explain to Joe how I'm going to cut them up, but they're the treads for our spiral staircase. I didn't know that when I got them, but something clicked, I don't know, a few months ago, and I thought, that's what I'm going to use those for. Plan view, the tread's going to be wide at that end, and then taper as it gets to the post, so you can imagine it welding into the post right here. But then in the side view, it's going to be tall this way and taper up like so, so that it has a lot of support there and tapers off there. This is 3/8 thick, so I'm not worried about it twisting necessarily, and it's all going to be tied into the steel handrail anyway. So it's really just bridging between the post and the helix-shaped handrail.
That's great.
Yeah.
Dad, there's a lot of work into this house. Sweet. Unless they did all of it.
Welcome. Come right in. It looks like we're really close, and we are closer than we've ever been. But there's a lot still to do, especially if we want it reasonably finished before we're living inside of it.
Last time that we interviewed, you had just finished laying out the kitchen and doing propane gas. What has happened since then?
With the gas plumbing all done, I was able to do the rest of the insulation. So I sprayed another inch of spray foam against the wall sheathing, and then I put in all of the batting. Some denim batting, some fiberglass batting. It's all stuff that was either left over from the ceiling, or I was also given a big load of 6-inch pink insulation. We wrapped the entire timber frame with paper. It's like wrapping the most awkward Christmas present ever. We've laid out the bathroom, figured out where everything's going in the bathroom, and with that we were able to do plumbing. So I've plumbed for water, all 3 locations for hot and cold water. That's the kitchen sink, bathtub, and bathroom sink. Right now I have the pressure test on it, and it's been holding tight for days, which is great. We're going to have cabinetry in front of this, and I'm just going to keep the backs open. I'll be able to get to all of this at any time. If it's not working or needs to be changed in some way, I'm just leaving my options open. 36, 12, 18. Do your best until we're ready to help you.
Like the kitchen, the bathroom is a tiny space, so we are using every square inch of it.
We have our clawfoot tub in there. It fits just right. It takes up about 1/3 of the room, but it does fit. I had to get the right drain kit for a clawfoot tub, and the right faucet with the shower riser and the shower curtain ring and everything. We're gonna do biparting, split barn style doors, which is all the rage these days. We have one that I bought used, and I bought a faucet for that was really pretty cheap, way cheaper than retail. So we have the tub, we have a sink setup that we're pretty happy with, and then we'll be building our own composting toilet.
You have to remember that we haven't had an indoor bathroom for going on 3.5 years. So just the idea that it has a bathtub, the bathtub has a shower head, it's inside, the doors are gonna close. Folks, this is amazing.
It's going to be a fancy room.
Is it gonna be a fancy bathroom?
Yeah.
We're looking for a little dresser to do a top mount vessel sink. So like with the kitchen, you know, we had to come together and talk about exactly what it's going to be like to be inside of it. I'm not making a gadget. I'm making the thing that we're going to live in. So with the bathroom, we spent some time looking at the objects that are going to be in there, the arrangement of all the stuff. We had less options in the bathroom because it's a small space, but still some decisions to make.
I've lived in blissful lack of responsibility all this time. I often help Nick with the work, but I do the easiest tasks like shoveling gravel or sanding things. We're now getting to a stage where I'm being asked to make some decisions.
We just got to keep talking about, you know, how things are going to work. Even with the kitchen, it's sort of it's a ongoing conversation about where things are going to be and what the needs are and, you know, how we're going to use it.
So I'm getting to a point where I have to engage with the process, which is both exciting and kind of intimidating. Nick's quality of work is really high, but it's also very creative. The process is very creative. We're not really following any pattern.
Railing for the spiral stairs and the lofts.
Yeah.
Let's call them 3/4, okay? Mm-hmm. And the top rail is, say, 1.25 inch round.
Okay.
Okay? And then on either side of it, well, and then that infill, these uprights, these are probably half. Okay, so they're a little skinnier. Mm-hmm. And then there's a piece, a flat bar piece, that covers the tops of these. Mm-hmm. And so that is probably 1 inch, and it lives right in there on both sides. Mm-hmm. So that when I'm doing the spiral, I'm able to stand these, the big uprights, mm-hmm. and have the tops of those all determined, and then I'm able to bend the round tube and hit all those tops, and then I'm able to do all the little uprights, and then I'm able to wrap that with the flat bar fairly easily.
Yeah, I love it.
What else have I done? Seems like I've been doing a lot of stuff. I did doors. So we have all 3 of our doors on. Made custom jambs and thresholds for doors. And now we can close this thing up. So these were given to us. A guy was getting rid of them. I thought they seemed like about the right size. They're kind of small. You can see I just barely fit in here. But they're exactly right for the opening. See how they just come into the knee brace a little bit right there. And eventually this will open out onto our deck. So there'll be at least 8 feet of deck out there. And those trees trimmed back, and I think that was exactly the right choice. So that one locks into there. The front door we went and spent a little bit of money on. It's used. It came from the Habitat Restore. It's heavy, but it's a good looking door and in really great shape. And all it needs is a little weather stripping to tighten it up, and the temporary lock set is on there. Fia, go out. So we got this door used. I got it because it has a dog door in it already, and again, just needs to get sealed up with some weather stripping. This one opens out. Back door opens out.
I'm happy with it.
And we have a guy that I'm going to trade work with coming to do some drywall. So when drywall goes up, it'll look pretty different in here. And I'm looking forward to that. So next, I will be looking at the spiral staircase. I got the material out for it. It's a little bit of heavy lifting, so I'm glad I had some help. And that's steel work, so I'm shifting gears a little bit. It'll be nice to do something a little different than plumbing, certainly, and even different from woodwork. You know, you can't do. I guess that's why I'm doing it. It's because I want something different. I like the variety. I have a little bit of a tooling issue with with doing steel work. I need to make sure all my steel power tools are working well, and they aren't all right now. So I'm doing a little tool repair for that. I'm excited about the steel work. I want to do some steel. I'd like for drywall to get in before I do much welding in here, so that it's less of a fire hazard, you know, sparks flying into places I can't see. But I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that we're going to tile the bathroom floor, and that's yet another material to play with. And just that we're actually considering finished surfaces now. You know, we have ceiling, we have floor, those are finished surfaces, and now we're going all the way around. I'm Nick from Fauci-Matic. Thanks for watching.
What do you girls think?
I think it's